We're concentrating on. Tell me. What are you doing? We're concentrating on. Tell me your technique.
Shadow box.
I've had a very still light opponent.
I don't know why you wanna treat me this way.
Good evening, beauties, beasties, and bits in between.
Yes.
Welcome to the one and only podcast that will see you through your dark days. The podcast that some have called my reason for living.
Oh.
The podcast that not only shatters the barriers of communication between the genders, but also acknowledges the importance of love and the eternity of the universe.
Amazing. And that is the Bromantic Podcast. I'm Ryan.
Why did you not? I'm Gaz.
And this is
Bromantic. How did you not stop me at any point?
I'm so interested always to know what you've got to say. When you do that, I literally just want to listen.
Yes, but I need you to stop me.
No, I don't want to.
Because at some point I'm going to run out of things to say.
And that's what I wait for.
Yeah.
That is the exact thing I wait for.
Then I'll continue.
No. I am sometimes interested if we can get an hour and 15 minutes of a podcast out.
Of just
of
me,
you doing
just
that.
rambling.
I'll let it happen. And at the end I'll go, good night.
You'll go, and I'm Ryan.
Yeah. And done.
I don't know why you want to treat me this way.
Yeah. Sometimes I hope you even break into song while you're doing it. And I'll just be like,
That'd be something.
yeah.
That
I'll
would
be here
be
for
something.
it. I'd love it. By the way, everyone, welcome to episode 47.
Yeah.
This is a big one. We're 5 episodes short of the 1 year episode.
Mate, it's madness. Madness. How have we been doing it this long? How are we still alive?
I don't know. That's the bit that gets to me.
Yeah.
It takes me 3 days to recover from losing a night's sleep. And then we do it again. And I go, fuck.
I guess we're doing this again.
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
I like it that my phone just let me know that it's actually my bedtime. Just a little message,
I
right?
love that bedtime alarm.
Yeah, my bedtime reminder that you should be asleep right now.
No.
I've got a podcast to
Do you
do.
think we'd set aside a day by now? It's been a year. To film.
I wish we could set a day by now.
can you
God, imagine if we had an 8th day of the week.
Yeah. And that's why we need you to subscribe, to like and comment, and to tell all of your friends about how amazing this podcast makes you feel on a daily basis. Why did I say daily weirdly then? On a daily basis.
I thought this is our podcast on a daily basis.
Then you should subscribe.
Should we do some dead jokes?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah. In that voice.
Yeah.
God, Dave then.
Well, I tell you what, I've been banned from the Secret Cooking Society. I kept spilling the beans.
I didn't think you were going into an actual
I
joke.
did it. I did the first one. That was it.
All right.
That's what you're getting in that voice.
What do you call a hen staring at a pile of lettuce? A chicken Caesar salad.
Oh, God. That's the level we're on, everyone.
That's where we're going with this.
That,
They do not get better.
no, that is a joke made for a pun. That's what that is. Someone's gone, a chicken Caesar. I've got to make a joke for that. I've got to make a joke for it. So, all right, I'll fucking took the piss out of you. I've done the exact same thing on my next one. So, what did Dad say to Mum when he bought her the wrong kind of flour? Whoops, a daisy. Yep.
Why does Humpty Dumpty love autumn? Because Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Cool. What beef only comes in 2, 3, 5, 7, or 11 ounce portions? Prime rib.
I love that you bit your lip off.
Yeah,
So you were like,
that's
that's not good.
It's not
That's
one of my
not good.
best, but it's maths, and I like it.
Speaking of maths,
Ooh.
did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them.
Yeah, read that one again.
Did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers? He'll stop at nothing to avoid them.
Ah. Oh, it's very good. It's very good. I like that. That's very good.
But you didn't get it.
No, I didn't hear it properly the first time.
Oh, fair.
My mother always used to say, the ways to a man's heart is through his stomach. Lovely woman. Terrible surgeon.
Good. What does a nosy pepper do? It gets hull up in your business.
Nice. I was arrested the other day, but I couldn't work out why. I'd only bought a 12-year-old whiskey. But his mum was furious.
Didn't see it coming.
Yeah.
I was in the field telling some cows some jokes. They were not amused.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay. That's where we're at. I'll read this one to you.
Trying to be smooth again. Won't work again, pal. Ready for it.
How many narcissists does it take to screw in a light bulb? 1. The narcissist holds the light bulb while the world revolves around him.
I'm so confused about what you were doing then.
God.
What do you call a magic dog? A labracadabrador.
Okay, yeah, that's good, yeah. Winter was ending, and I threw a coil in the air and said to my son, it must be the end of the season. He said, how? I said, spring is in the air. Because I threw a coil.
Coil.
Now, what did it sound like I said?
Coin.
Coin. Do you want me to reread it? It's
No,
not funny
sorry.
anyway, is it? Fine. Thank you.
My therapist says I've got a preoccupation with vengeance. We'll see about that.
What weighs more, a gallon of water or a gallon of butane? Water.
Butane is a lighter fluid.
Mind
You
meld.
son of a bitch.
Oh, damn.
When you started reading that, I was like,
You stole my joke.
what?
I've got a different one.
Right, go on then.
A colon can completely change the meaning of a sentence. For example, Jane ate her friend's sandwich. Jane ate her friend's colon. That
Awful.
made me laugh. That made me laugh when I read
Awful.
it.
Do you want to see what I learned in insect jiu-jitsu class? Behold!
Oh, there's full commitment on that as well.
It really doesn't work because this is in the way.
Yeah, that did ruin it a little bit. That going around it.
Me holding a bee.
Yeah,
Bless
no.
you.
That got it.
Bee hold. Because it's insect jiu-jitsu class.
Yep.
So I'm holding a bee. And I'm saying behold, like, look at this.
I know, good bee joke.
Be aware. Go on then.
The beauty.
Yeah. It's definitely a joke, not a riddle.
Yeah. Right. Have you heard that Hulk has started recycling? This time, he's really going green.
You feel that joke just because it was about Hulk.
Yeah, I did.
Appreciate it. Thank you for that.
Yeah. In fact, I wanted that
Yeah,
Hulk
yeah.
joke, so...
I appreciate that you did that for me. Well, thank you very much, those who listened.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed those dad jokes. But to be honest with you, they were pretty shit, those dad jokes, I'm not going to lie. Not our best.
I enjoyed them.
I enjoyed maybe 3.
Yeah. I mean, that's always the way, though, isn't it? No, we haven't had in a while is a boomer. Like a real...
I think we've hit a lot of the peak. I think we're now just finding dad jokes that we can find.
Yeah. What we need to do is spend the whole week finding dad jokes, not 20 minutes before the podcast.
Yeah, I used to do that.
Yeah.
But
And that's when they were funny.
yeah. My job's... I can't do it with my job anymore. I can't
Yeah,
just sit there
that's
scrolling
true,
through.
yeah.
But back in the day, I'd be like... No, I'll keep that one to it. Ryan, are you going to do any work today? Fuck off!
Who are you talking to? God.
No, I can't do that. I've actually got a real job and,
That's fair enough.
yeah, I care about it.
It's been an emotional week this week. National Women's Day.
Yeah.
Mother's Day.
Next
So it's
to
a
each
week
other.
of women
Yeah.
this week.
A weekend of women.
A weekend. No,
Saturday was
Women's Day
International
Friday.
Women's Day. No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it's Friday.
I thought it led into Mother's Day, though.
No, Friday was International Women's Day. No, Thursday was International. One of the days was International Women's Day.
It was.
As men, we're not allowed to know what it is.
No. But we did celebrate it.
We did.
Put a post out, didn't we, saying celebrating our women in our lives?
We did.
Yeah. We did celebrate it,
Yeah, we celebrated it. Celebrated our women.
And it-
The wonderful humans behind the visor.
Just behind us.
Behind us.
Supporting our lives.
Making it so we can do this.
Yes.
And the other part of our lives
Yeah.
as well.
You know what they're doing to help us do this right now? Sleeping. Yeah, they're really...
Go girls.
Go girls.
Girl power.
You get the sleep.
Do you remember
while
when
we
girl
can't.
power was a massive thing?
I do.
Like, I know obviously we're still on like Boss Bitch. We've moved on to that.
That's what
kind
we've moved on to. Girl power wasn't
Girl
enough.
power was like Spice Girls.
Yeah. Boss bitch.
Boss Bitch was, yeah. You seem passionate about Boss Bitch. Boss Bitch.
Yeah. I feel like it's real hard hitting, that is. Like, you got to mean that when you say it.
Yeah, I remember the Spice Girls. Who was your favourite Spice Girl?
Ginger Spice. That's probably my first ever crush. Yep, you heard it here. My first ever
I don't
crush.
know if you're just saying that because I'm here.
No,
But I do it.
genuinely, Ginger Spice was my first ever crush.
I really liked Posh Spice.
Mm-hmm.
But because my brother liked Posh Spice, I wasn't allowed to like Posh Spice.
Right.
Yeah. So I liked Sporty Spice.
Oh,
Of all the could have picked.
I know, yeah. Didn't do well.
So I went to,
did you?
mate.
Yeah.
Sporty
Well,
Spice.
I don't like sports, and she likes sports. Opposites attract.
I liked sports when I was younger. I like sports now.
You don't like sports now.
I do. I don't like watching
don't.
sports. I like doing sports.
What sports do you do?
Whatever anyone wants me to do.
What sports do you do?
Whatever
By
anyone
choice,
wants me to
because
do.
you enjoy them.
Whatever everyone wants me to do.
No, not whatever anyone wants you to do.
Just because you play football once on a Sunday doesn't mean you're all sporty now.
Play darts?
That's not a sport.
Yes, it is.
Darts is not a sport.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yep. I've got a punch bag in my garage. Do a little bit of boxing.
That you bought last week.
I mean, I bought it a couple, maybe a
Yeah,
month
I've
or so
got
ago.
a boxing bag in there.
You
Do a
do
bit of
use
boxing. Yep.
Do you use it?
Yep.
How often?
More often, I've hit that more than you've hit your punch bag. So if you're counting yours,
I think I've hit mine more in like a short period of time
do you?
than you have.
Why?
I don't think you use it. It's got no water in it. So unless you're going,
Just concentrating on.
we concentrate on. We concentrate on. Tell me. We do. We concentrate on. Tell me the technique.
Shadow box.
I've had a very
It's called-
still light opponent.
It's called ghost technique.
Ghost tech. Ah.
So you hit it, but you don't really hit
To
it.
hit the air around it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. So
You have
you've
to
not
stop.
hit it.
Just
So my previous point still stands.
I basically pretend to be Goku and smash it across the room. That's why it's got no water in it.
Yeah, right, yeah. I'm
I
the
want to
strongest
be-
man in the world.
Run up, just absolutely hammer it across the room, and I'm like, what?
What? That's a real man. That's what I do. Call me Joshua, you're in Ghana.
You're done.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, okay, I take it all back. You love sports now.
I don't say I love sports.
Swear to God.
You're making out like I hate sports. I don't hate sports.
I didn't say you
You
hate.
did. You literally went, I hate sports, you like sports. Opposites attract.
Nah,
I don't hate sports.
I said, I think you just don't enjoy sports
Why?
because you don't really. Whenever I'm like, oh, did you watch the or did you?
I don't like watching sports. I've said that.
We're already talking about sports.
Just because you talk about sports you've watched.
I'll talk about any sport.
What do you want to talk about then?
I literally will talk about any sport with you.
What would you like to talk about?
Did you watch the UFC?
Watch again.
Yeah,
there we
but
go.
You could
I
only
don't want
talk
to talk
about what
watching
you've
sports.
seen.
No, you don't.
We could talk about a sport that you haven't seen. Talk about a sport you haven't seen. Yo, that lacrosse game. What are we going to say? Yeah, no, they really put some lacrosse in that. They did.
Do you
Mm-hmm.
What's your favourite kick in football?
What's my favourite kick in football?
Yep. Let's talk about sports.
I don't even know how to answer that. The volley. I don't even. How do I even answer that?
I like the bicycle kick. Why do you like the volley?
No, I'm not talking
I'm trying to talk to you about sports, right?
that we haven't seen.
It's not about watching
We're
sports.
talking about
It's
the
about
technical
playing
side of
sports.
sports.
Yeah, about playing sports. What's your favourite throw in darts? Technique. Backhand fluffer.
That's different from the porn industry. That is not a dance
The
thing.
reverse tailspin.
Right. In all fairness, if we are going to just mention darts quickly, the 9-darter is definitely something to behold.
Okay.
Do you know what the 9-darter is?
Yeah, when you do 9 darts and win.
I mean, that's not wrong. However, 9 darts is the shortest out you can get.
Why did you set that up like it was going to be really complicated?
No, I just wondered if you knew.
Have you heard of a 3-goal win? Do you know what that is?
No. But specifically what the 9-darter is, do you know? Specifically.
Yeah. So when you get like triple 20, what do you have to get to? 360.
Wow. 360. 501.
You have to get to 501.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it'll be triple 20 a few times.
A few times.
Yeah, and then you win. And then some other one,
That's not what it is.
like a 12,
That's
maybe an 11,
no.
a 5 and a 1
No, because
six
you have to end on...
on your third dart. You have to end on a double.
Right. So it means you always end on an even.
So you get double 2. Double 3.
I don't know why we're doing this.
You have to get a 5 and a double 3.
You would get a triple odd.
A triple odd.
Odd, yeah, because that would
Right,
make it
but
even.
you have to end on a double.
But if you get a triple odd, that would get rid of the odd of the 501. Then
Yeah.
you would end on a double that's even.
Okay. Why wouldn't you just do a 5 and a 6?
You don't have enough darts.
Of course you do.
No, you have to do it in 9.
Yep.
So, you don't have enough darts.
Okay.
Because you have to get 141.
Yep.
Once you've got 180, 180, you need to get 141. That means you still need to hit 2 triples to get down to a double.
Yeah. But you could just hit a 5 and a 6 to get the 11.
Can't be done in 9 darts. It's not.
Why don't you just get a 16 and a 5?
Why? Because it won't be done in 9 darts. That's the beauty.
I think you're wrong.
Okay. Well, if for all those dart fans out there, I know there's many
All
of
3
them.
of you.
No, there's many.
Around the world, that is 3 of you. Not just watching the pod.
Luke Littner,
Oh, God.
he really... Luke the Nuke, as they call him. Really.
Why can you have such an epic name for such a terrible sport? Luke the Nuke.
Yeah, they've all got fancy names.
Call me Luke the Nuke.
Because he blows up that board. Because he's radioactive. He's atomic.
Yep. What you said.
Because he's
Oh.
a mushroom. So yeah, sports. It's not often we do a segment on sports, and I think we've really nailed it.
Yeah, I think we did well.
Yeah. Oh, that's our first sports.
If you had to have designed the tail for your darts, what would it be?
So I've done this already, but I haven't bought them.
Okay.
They're black,
Yeah.
and then they've got a white line that goes along the bottom. Mm-hmm. And they're like, the feel of them is it's got like lots of like concaved bits. So when you touch it, it's got like almost like a snake skin kind of feel.
Okay.
And then it's got Atlas written across the top.
Okay.
In white.
Does the concaved bit do anything? Just texture?
I honestly don't feel it would do enough to make a difference.
Okay.
But it just feels quite cool.
Fair enough.
What would you design your darts for?
Just have
Just off the
black,
top of
I
your head.
guess.
Just have black.
I'd write GAZ on each individual thing.
That's cool.
And then on the opposite side,
G-A.
ZAG.
My current ones are Mythos. They're just Greek Mythos ones.
You what?
My current,
Oh, you've got
Flights.
darts. You own darts. Flights.
yeah.
Feathers.
I own several flights.
Feathers.
Not feathers.
Do you know one thing I genuinely is fairly similar to darts, but I mean, it's not. In the fact that you say archery. I love archery.
That is fairly similar to darts.
I mean, it's not though.
It's fairly similar.
It's not.
Probably one of the most similar sports to it. That's what it does.
I really enjoy archery. That's something I do enjoy.
If I ever owned a big yard, I would love to get like a whole, like I'd get a spear, and an axe, and a bow.
My mate Bill was his brother, him, his other brother, and his dad were like championship archers.
Oh, really?
Took me archery once.
No, I've got a friend, John. And his mate, Robin.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're from Nottingham. And they're probably better.
you'll imagine so. They sound naturally gifted,
They are.
so
They are.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
Better than fucking Bill, anyway.
All right, mate. Mention another man's name.
Yeah, how dare you. Do they use all the fancy bows? No, they do.
Compound bows and all that. lot.
Yeah. I mean, you have to if you're going to compete. I'm not knocking them for doing that. I'm just curious.
Really heavy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like hard to pull back.
Is that... Because when they use them, when they shoot, you watch the bow kind of fall, but the hand stays?
I mean, I've not watched it that.
Just
I'd imagine it would be.
Just me watching sports. Okay.
I told you I don't like watching sport.
No, that's fair. I watched it for the Olympics. I always watch the Olympics.
They are difficult to pull back. Bearing in mind, obviously, I was younger and it wasn't a full compound bow.
Actually, I've never even held a compound bow.
Yeah, they come in like different weights. I don't mean it's heavy as in the bow's heavy.
Yeah, I mean the tension.
The draw.
Yeah. I did think you meant the bow's heavy, I'm not going to lie. That's why I said, is that why it drops when they're holding it?
Oh, right. Okay. No.
I thought the bow would be very light. But because I've no knowledge on this bow, I just took your word as gospel.
Yeah, the bow is light.
Oh, cool. All right. But the tension's heavy. Yeah, but I think you're right. I think you
Difficult to
could,
pull.
depending on your strength and stuff, you would change that.
Anyway, yeah.
Sports.
Archery over.
Yeah.
What have you been doing this week?
Well, we planned a hike for Sunday.
Oh.
It didn't happen
Oh,
because the Great British weather.
of course.
Alas, it said,
Typical.
nay, you shall not hike today.
Would you like to climb a mountain? No.
Rain on your mountain. So I didn't go out now. But I just had a nice day, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, as we both know, any day just spent with our little ones is pretty fun.
Of course.
So,
And of course it was Mother's Day.
Yeah.
So a little family day was much needed for that, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it was definitely, yeah. I think what happened on Saturday?
Don't know, mate.
Nothing, just chilled. Just chilled.
Just relaxed.
Yeah.
Didn't want to call me and say, what are you up to, Gaz?
No, I was hungover, wasn't I?
Of course you were.
So,
What was I doing Saturday?
yeah, what were you doing Saturday?
I slept most of it. That's probably why I don't really remember it.
That's fair. I did message you and you didn't reply till quite late, so that does make sense.
Yeah, well, I'm not really going to talk about it on the pod. What did you do? Sleep. It was so much fun. I slept on my side at first, and I turned onto my front.
Interesting, actually.
Okay.
How do you sleep?
I mean, I think you know the answer to this. Hand under the pillow, like this. Knee up, one knee down on my front. Well, on my front / side.
I can't believe you're a front sleeper.
What do you mean?
I cannot sleep on my front.
How can you not sleep on your
I
front?
sleep on the side. The whole side and nothing but the side.
Entirely on your side.
Entirely
so
on my
not
side.
like front slightly tilted up.
Nope.
That's
Sleep completely
weird.
on my side.
That's weird. Like a fetus. So I'm imagining
not
you.
quite as bent up as a fetus. Maybe just a slightly bent. But yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
No.
Just entirely on my side. It's because I'm an edge of the bed sleeper. I sleep right on the edge, ready for action, ready to pounce.
On
A criminal.
what, sideways?
Yeah, I'm like, bang! As soon as I sit up, I'm on the edge of the bed. None of this, like, I'm on my front, I've got to, like, shuffle about. I'm like, bam, as soon as I'm up, I'm ready.
If you don't think I'm rolling, you think I'm shuffling? Yeah. No, mate, it's a quick roll it up.
Is it?
Yeah, mate.
There's no need for that. For me, up, I'm there.
You're not. You're sideways.
No, I'm not. Look,
You've got
if I lay
almost.
down, look, bosh, I'm there. I'm literally ready for action.
You'll kick your legs out first.
No, I haven't, they're there.
You've got
They just swing down. Look.
No. Because you're lying like this.
Yeah.
Yeah? So you've got to kick your legs and
What do you think you're doing?
rolling
Where?
up.
How? Like, what?
Yeah.
Your legs like, woo, to get you in the
Yeah, but it's
momentum up.
one fluid motion. And then
You got to
if
break
they're
dance
close,
to get
but
up.
if they're close, I've also got the momentum of the roll to come up at them as well.
That's such rubbish.
Lying on the floor on your face is a much better defensive position.
You're quite right. You bested me.
I've
there.
done you, mate. I've done you. If you lie on your stomach facing to the floor, you're much better equipped to defend yourself.
Yeah, it's the turtle
if
thing.
you're on your-
I totally agree.
And if you stick your bum in the air, you might get a surprise.
Win.
You never know.
Yeah. No, I'm a sideways sleeper, and I do also think that's because I'm little in the bed.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
That's fair.
yeah. Also, I like to give the cold shoulder.
What?
Don't speak to me. Cold shoulder.
But that would be on your back.
No, on my back. On my back, I'm like halfway to you. But if I'm just straight up on my side, that's not coming through the mic. But if I'm just straight up on my side,
On his side, he said.
yep, you get nothing. You get nothing. Just
Fair.
getting a cold shoulder.
All right. Sorry, Becca,
Yeah. Yeah.
for what he does to you.
Hang on. No, don't add stuff.
You're giving Becca the cold shoulder.
Yeah. Don't be like what he does to you. That's make it sound horrible.
What? Giving you the cold shoulder is what you do to her.
Yeah. That's it. Sorry, Becca, that you get the cold shoulder. Not for what he does to you.
So my son, this week, had International Book Day. To add to the international days this week, had International Book Day,
Nice.
where everybody dressed up as their favourite book character and went to school. Of course, that's just an excuse for the kids to wear their favourite costume, because my son dressed up as Symbiote Spider-Man and owns not a book about Symbiote Spider-Man. There are books about Symbiote Spider-Man.
But he doesn't own them.
We do not own them.
Right, fair enough.
But it did have me thinking of what was when you were a kid, what did you dress up as at school? Because we all dressed up as something at school. What was your dress up at school as a kid? Don't tell me you didn't dress up. You missed it.
Never did it.
You never dressed up.
Never did it.
What? Why?
Never did it.
What, your school never did it,
Yeah,
or
never
just
did
you?
International Book Day.
You never did like a dress up day at school?
No.
What school did you go? Prison did you go to?
To Church of England school.
No, of course.
Yeah, I never dressed up.
Well, that makes me a bit sad for you.
Yeah, no, can't recall ever dressing up. And I'm not going to lie, if there ever was, my parents were not great at the old costume thing. I would have been very boringly dressed. So much so that I probably don't remember it.
Well, it's funny you say that. Speaking of not great at the costume thing, and this is a memory I have, because I have very little memories of my childhood.
You do, yeah.
But this is one of them.
Okay.
So it was World Book Day or whatever the day was that we were dressing up. And I didn't pick my costume because I had zero idea of who my character was that I went as.
Right.
Now, I was given a lab coat, which I put on.
Nice.
And my mum put gel in my hair and spiked it up.
Okay.
And gave me fake glasses and sent me into school.
Who are you?
I, Ryan, was the nutty professor. As a white, ginger kid, I, sir, broke the boundaries of racial stereotypes. Not racial stereotypes, that's the wrong word.
Just racial boundaries.
Yeah, I broke racial boundaries.
Yeah.
As a white ginger kid.
I love that.
And went as the nutty professor. And I didn't even know who I was. So when people were asking, I was like, I'm the nutty professor. And they're like,
Who's that?
What? No, they're not like, who's that?
Oh.
The black guy. Yep,
Yep, that's me.
that's me.
You've got it. You've got it. Yep.
What's happening? Yeah, that's my memory, dressing up as a kid. And never did dress up after that because take the piss out of.
Yeah,
forever.
fair enough. Yeah. All you're trying to do is out there breaking boundaries.
Childhood trauma. I was against racism before it was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. And now you just dress up. No, you don't. That was really Santa on this podcast. So.
You about to give away secrets.
I know.
Goodness me.
I know. Yeah, what was I thinking there?
You're going to ruin the kids' dreams.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry for the children that watch this podcast.
And if you are, what the fuck are you
Yeah,
doing?
I know. Watch something else. Put CBeebies back on. I don't know. Whatever you're up to these days.
But see, baby, Bluey. Bluey's the one.
Yeah, Bluey's the one, yeah. I'm still not on there yet.
Oh, mate. Honestly, it's crafty as anything. But the lessons you learn from Bluey
are big. Well, I don't know if I've mentioned it on this podcast before, but I'm loving Elemental from Disney.
I don't think you mentioned it on the podcast. You have told me about 19 times, though.
Yeah, because it's great.
I don't know why you like it so much.
I don't know
So
either.
basic.
Yeah, I know. I love it. Wade is a great character.
Wade's the water guy.
He is, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love him.
Because you wade through water.
Yep, you've got it. Yep, you've smashed it.
Yeah.
And
And it's only
she's
just
called,
occurred to me.
Yeah, and she's called Ember. Do you want to? No, I can't see the link. I love as well, like, if you are someone who enjoys the little bits that are, like, true to life, but, like, they're kind of, like, hidden.
Yeah.
When they arrive, they're obviously, like, foreign, so they go through customs or whatever it is, and they say their names, and the guy can't pronounce them, so he just calls them Bernie and Cinder. And he's like, they're your new names, welcome. And like, it's those little things that probably happened where like people had to change their names to suit our culture and stuff. And they've like added that in.
Okay.
And I like all that kind of stuff.
Well, aren't the different elements meant to be different races?
I think they've tried to slyly do that without saying they're doing that.
Yeah. Because the flame is meant to be Asian.
It is,
isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Water's meant to be white.
I mean, the guy that plays Wade is black.
Do you think water's meant to be black?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think it's more class as opposed to race.
Okay.
Within reason.
Okay. Because I'm just going off what I've read. I've only watched the film once. So.
Yeah, you should watch it again because it's great.
We should watch it now. We'll be right back.
Yeah. And we'll come back much happier.
Hi.
That was great.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, so definitely, if you haven't seen Elemental, give that a watch
Why not?
and you'll love it.
Go crazy.
Also, watch King Richard.
Fucking hell.
Just do some films.
Yeah. King Richard is a banging film.
There you go, yeah.
It's a banging film. I watched it. I've watched it again.
Have you?
Since. Yeah. So I watched it obviously on my own, and I watched it with my family at home.
What do they think?
I don't feel like they appreciated it the way I did.
No.
I don't think they were paying attention to it. It was my missus' mum were both sitting there watching it, and my missus' sister. I just don't think they appreciated it. I think it's definitely a dad film.
Massively.
Because I think as a dad you're like, go on, sunshine.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting there, like when we talked about it, and I'm sitting there going, like he had all this planned. Like he didn't let him give up. He did this. And like, they're just not. It just doesn't seem to be hitting. It just didn't seem to be clicking with them.
Yeah, it's strange, isn't it?
I'm like, he's made sure they enjoy it. It's always been enjoyable. It's not been like a thing. He's kept them off like the pressure and all that. Like made sure they still were kids when they were kids.
Yeah. They're just like, yeah, whatever, guys. I don't care.
They're like, back in those days.
My mum did a weird thing. So she's not seen it yet.
Oh,
She recommended it to my auntie and my uncle.
right.
And then they didn't see each other for a couple of weeks. And then she saw him again. And they were like, Jan, that was a really great recommendation. We loved it. Like, what did you think? Mum was like, I haven't seen it yet. I'm like, what? Why did you recommend something you haven't seen?
I just heard it was good.
She's like, all right, it was good. I thought, I bet you know.
That is the equivalent. I've heard this is good. You should go and watch this. Oh, that's a great recommendation, yeah. I've not seen it.
I've not seen it.
I saw an advert.
Yeah.
And it looked really good.
Yeah. I thought, when my mum told me that, I was like, you were an idiot. You're to it.
That's
No one was
amazing.
like that, though.
I can imagine your mum doing that as well.
Yeah, no, that's right up her things to doing it, Matt. Talking about people from the outside. You know, I've got some words from people.
Smooth transition.
That's what everybody wanted.
We're trying, guys. We're trying.
These aren't segments. This is just smooth conversation. So
That just reminds me of this topic I was talking about the other day.
yeah. Yeah, funnier enough, someone said to me the other day, hey guys.
That's the transition. That is it. That's the one.
So, upon this being a segment, I will say they're going to change. Each one's quite different. So the first one's quite real, quite
Yeah.
deep.
Oh, God. We'll get out of this fucking funny mood then. Jesus.
God.
Get your funnies out. Back to darts, boys.
Yeah.
Getting serious.
It's not uber serious, but it's on a very real issue.
Okay, got you.
So, hi guys. So I'm sat here watching episode 45, and Ryan mentioned not understanding why some people would be in an abusive relationship. To be clear, I'm not angry about it, because if you've never been in one, you just don't understand, and I'd like to give you my 2 cents.
Oh, good.
When I moved to my new city in 2021, I already didn't know anyone. I downloaded Tinder, and we all know what for, but that's neither here nor there. I met a guy, he was nice. Gave me all the compliments, and suddenly I'm in debt. I'd spend money on him, and he'd do the bare minimum. Have you heard of the 3-month rule? After this relationship, I am now living by that rule. Do not spend all of your time with them. Money is kept separate, etc. He turned out to be emotionally abusive and would gaslight me. But to me, I really liked him. He had bad days, sure, but he was nice to me. Sometimes, depending on your past, you latch onto one positive and ignore all the negatives. Either because you're scared of being alone, you crave validation and attention, and even something as small as you love making people happy. He didn't deserve that from me, and I know that now. He accused me of cheating on him with a friend I'd had for about 16 years, and had never had an intimate past with. And to me, that was the fog clearing. I needed that argument to open my eyes and see what he was like. It was the nicest thing he'd ever done for me. He even told me once that I'm not the usual type that he would go for. It was flattering then, but now, knowing better, it's as if he wanted a round of applause for dating me. My point is, it took from December to March, and I didn't even realise it was abusive until I'd left the relationship. Some people go into relationships with positivity, and the bad along the way can be ignored as a bad day or something's happened to them. But if you're doing all you can to make them happy, and deep down you're still miserable, they're not doing their part. They don't care about you, and they don't deserve you. Anyways, as always, love you all and stay fabulous. P.S. I tell you more about my past, the more I'm surprised I'm not a drug addict or an alcoholic. Go me.
Just to say on that note, that obviously when we were speaking about the domestic violence relationships or whatever, abusive relationships, sorry. When you said that you don't understand people who do it, it wasn't in I don't understand why they do it. It's a genuine, I don't really understand why they do it. It doesn't make sense to me. Which obviously, again, like you said, until you're in that position, I don't think you really can. You can kind of try, because I think we're both aware that it's kind of like a mental hold.
Yeah, I've definitely been in that sort of relationship.
Yeah, a physical hold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, apologies that you had to go through that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I mean, horrible.
I don't know if I'm going to word this correctly. I'm grateful that I went through a relationship where I felt like I was mentally kind of abused. I don't really like using that word, but I was with someone who was very selfish and very they would do things because they know it would hurt me, but they kind of had one over on me. Right. So they would use that as ammunition constantly to kind of get back at me and stuff like that. It was extremely toxic, and it became abusive the other way.
Yeah, it sounds toxic.
Yeah, it really was. But now I'm grateful I went through that, because I can now see when things are going that way. Yeah, sometimes you just can't see it.
That makes sense. I just think it's a sad... I suppose sad's the only word I can really use. like I've not been through it, so I can't, I can't comment from personal experience.
Yeah.
I think it's sad that you feel like you had to have gone through that to be able to see it, if that makes sense. I get where you're coming from, that you kind of feel like you had to experience it to be able to point out things. I just think it's a real shame that that's kind of the state of affairs with relationships, and like,
that's a very fair point. Yeah, no, I get massively what you're saying with that, and I think for me, not that I was, I wasn't very good at relationships. I think it's fair to say that's an accurate way of wording that. And then once I come out of that, I kind of realised what I wanted from a relationship and things like that a lot better.
Okay.
Like, I know you're right. It's not a great way to learn.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's very difficult to know what you're appreciating until you know what you want to appreciate in someone.
Would you say that you found it traumatic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it affect things you do now?
Subconsciously, I would say so. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say there are certain things that hurt more than they ever used to.
Yeah.
When maybe they shouldn't. They're not meant the same, but because I've been hurt by it, now when it happens, it kind of hurts a little bit more than it probably should.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Do you, and obviously I know this is kind of a word that people try and avoid. Do you find yourself triggered by things that that's probably the wrong word. I'm trying to say this without making it sound like I'm degrading the experience. But like, do you find yourself triggered by things that aren't things that say I would get triggered by? Like, do things happen and you go, hang on a fucking second, like...
Yeah, I think the way that I would look at that is almost sometimes words are said or like a sentence will be said and it's not meant to hurt my feelings, but it does.
Right.
And that's because of it was meant to before.
Yeah.
Now it's just words. It's just it's conversation. It's something that's being said to me, but I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Like I immediately like want to shut down a little bit. And it's been pointed out to me. It's like, why are you shutting down?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
You don't want to know.
Yeah, that's always about it. Like, yeah, I'm done. So I do get it, but like I said, I've got a very strange view on it. I'm kind of grateful.
Yeah. Do you mind me asking you a question?
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah.
When you were in that relationship, did you feel trapped in it? Like, did you feel like you couldn't leave?
Yeah, I really did, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very strange thing of like, all right, so to be totally clear, I'd wronged that person first.
Okay.
But then it was lorded over me. And then it was always made to feel like whatever I was doing wasn't enough to make up for it. I was manipulated into a position that, very cleverly as well, that meant I was never enough now. But I always felt like I had to do something to make up for it.
Okay, so you were constantly, like, you were fighting an uphill battle.
Yes, essentially, yeah.
Like, trying to get approval for...
Yeah. So instead of there ever being a middle ground of forgiveness and moving on and all that kind of stuff, that never happened. And so it was just a really toxic environment.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, it was a very, very strange time in my life, and I'm very glad that I'm past it.
Yeah.
And all that is all kind of gone. I learned so much from that experience, though. I will say that. I learned a lot about myself.
Yeah.
So, pros and cons, I guess, in a weird way.
I suppose it must have been hard in terms of, like, you would almost blame yourself for doing wrong first. So then you feel like what they're doing is justified.
Yes.
Until you're then on the outside.
Yeah. That's essentially what happened. Like, I mean, when, like, not being funny, this person cut all my clothes up, like, threw my stuff outside, like, and all the you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. And even that, to me, wasn't like, well, that's enough.
I did. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. It was just constant, all these things, certain, just all the horrible things that were said and stuff. But I just always like, well, I did something. So when people were saying to me, like, you've been through enough now, Ryan. Like, you can say that's enough.
Yeah. Forgiveness is forgiveness, or it's not. Like,
exactly. That's what people are saying to me.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? It's not like, here you go, rest of your relationship, you're now making this up. Like,
that was it.
Yeah.
But
it's horrible.
Yeah, it was a bit of a wild one. But anyway, moving on. Hello, gentlemen. I'm severely underprepared for this week's email, as I have had a particularly hard week. Huh?
I wish I hadn't said that now. Carry on.
What'd you say?
I said not good enough. And then you went, as I've had a particularly hard week. I was like, good.
I'll start this again. Hello, gentlemen. I am severely unprepared for this week's email,
That's absolutely fine. Not a problem. No worries at all.
as I've had a particularly hard week.
Oh, that's why it's fine.
That's fine.
Just in case.
However, I cannot disregard my routine of sending in some love for you both.
Boom.
I clearly underestimated your riddles prowess. So, how about these?
All more riddles. Oh, it's going to be really difficult ones.
I think you'll get them. I speak without a mouth and hear without ears. What am I?
I speak without a mouth and I hear without ears. Well, I feel like this is really simple.
It's fairly simple. The hear without ears is a bit... I get the speak without a mouth bit, but the hear without ears is a bit...
Okay. I want to let you know what the issue with riddles on the podcast is. You.
Oh, right, I was going to say.
You already know.
Yeah.
Is obviously we're trying to film a podcast, but riddles for me, I would happily sit here for hours not knowing the answer and just trying to figure it out. But they get to a certain point, obviously, where Ryan's getting really sick and tired of me going, and we just have to kind of move on.
Yeah.
And it irritates the shit out me because I don't want you to tell me the answer. I just want to figure it out.
I can not tell you and I can tell them.
Hear without ears. So what hears without ears? Like I'm
That's
like
the bit
okay.
that
So this is. I'll tell you where my thought
out.
process is going. I'm going like microphone or speakers or something like that. Speak without a tongue, like speakers kind of thing. That's kind of where.
Yeah, you're not
mind's-
really wrong.
Yeah.
It's an echo.
Okay. I
Yeah, so that's probably why microphone's a better answer, honestly.
hear without ears.
Yeah, because it's got to hear what you say and then say it back, isn't it?
I mean,
I told you.
I also have an issue with the speak without.
Well, no, because it says it back.
Yeah, but you don't do it without a mouth, though, do you? You have to say it
No,
first.
no, but it's the echo that says
Okay,
it back.
okay, yeah, fine.
All
Right.
Come on, don't hate the whole thing.
All
You
right.
measure my life in hours, and I serve you by expiring.
You measure my life in hours, so it's not life. And I serve you by expiring, so it runs out. Oh, is it like a candle?
It is indeed a candle.
Yeah.
Yeah, smashed it. What English word has 3 consecutive double letters? This isn't really a riddle. This is just how well do you know the English language?
3 double consecutive letters.
I didn't know this. It's quite a cool word. The issue is you will think this is 2 words.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, yeah, don't. Because I'm going down the lines of necessary possession.
It's bookkeeper.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I would never have got that.
No, I know.
I also would have spelled bookkeeper Bookeeper.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't have put 2 Ks.
Yeah, fair enough. What a buffoon.
It's because you're a prick.
Yeah. Whoa. You go at red and you stop at green. What am I? It's a funny answer. It's not really. It's not wrong.
You go at red,
Yeah.
you stop at green.
Yeah.
Just answer me this one question. Do red and green refer to colours?
Yeah.
Oh, they do? Okay, I'm going down the completely wrong track.
What are you doing?
So I was thinking, like, you go at red, like you read something. And you end at green, like green.
colour.
So it's the colours red
Yeah.
and green.
One eternity later.
Watermelon.
Okay.
Yeah, see what I mean?
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair one.
it's a fun riddle.
Fair one.
Yeah. How much dirt is in a hole that measures 4 feet by 4 feet by 5 feet?
None.
I am easy to lift, but hard to throw. What am I?
Easy to lift, but hard to throw.
I think I should say far. I'm easy to lift, but hard to throw far. It's not hard to throw, it's just hard to throw far.
A feather?
Yes, a feather is correct. Yeah, you needed far on that.
Yeah.
I
I was
guess-
like, it's not hard to throw a feather.
threw it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Just didn't go far.
yeah. Fantastically, though, we've got some weird facts no one wants to know. Now, I don't even believe some of these, so get ready. The process by which bread toasts is called the Maillard reaction.
Okay.
In South Korea, there is an emergency number to report spies.
What?
That's a paranoid
I
country.
want to be the person at the end of that phone.
No. Yeah.
What a job.
Who's spying, eh?
They from down the road.
This next one I can't believe. This is one of the ones I can't believe.
I love the fact that it's an emergency number in China and I went Dave down the road.
Also, South Korea, not China.
Oh, yeah.
But
Awkward. Awkward.
we're not like that. Right. The stage before frostbite is called frostnip. Just can't believe
No, it's
that.
not.
I can't believe
No,
that.
it's not.
A duel between three people is actually called a truel.
I don't know if these are real.
That's what I'm saying.
These can't be real.
I think I've heard this one before. Sonic the Hedgehog's full name is actually Ogilvy Maurice Hedgehog.
I mean, it's probably somewhere.
It's probably Ogilvy. Ogilvy. I don't know how you say that name.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably somewhere that's
Yeah.
a thing, but
Even though Fruit Loops are different colours, they all have the exact same flavour.
yeah. I feel like with Skittles as well.
Yeah, no, Skittles definitely flavoured. I had some Skittles the other day, definitely flavoured. Cards Against Humanity brought an island in Maine to preserve wildlife. It's called Hawaii 2. It's quite cool. Most toilet paper sold for home use in France is pink. Nice. Here's hoping for a better week. Love, Annika.
Love you.
Love you,
Thank you
Annika.
very much.
Now I have one more.
Oh. Exciting.
Hey guys, as always, I wanted to thank you for the content and community that you have created in Discord. The quest and the podcast are highlights of my week. I thoroughly enjoy how off the rails the podcast goes the second you start recording, and I cannot speak highly enough about the quest, as you know. I wanted to thank you for encouraging the art that I drop into Discord. I have spent hours on YouTube learning new techniques, and I love creating things in Canva. Initially, I was worried that I was spamming the Discord, but I was just so inspired by the quest I just couldn't help myself. I haven't forgotten about the Bromantic adventure. It was almost done, and then I remembered Elijah was just a child, and somehow shadow creatures might be a bit too scary, so I went back in to tone down the villains. I don't have it ready for this week, but I will have it soon. Now, just a couple of questions for this week. Gaz, with the quest coming to its close, the idea is that you will run the next story. How excited or apprehensive are you about being in the DM seat?
So, me and Ryan have discussed this, and the plan is you will either get to see something from me or you won't. So, I am going to give it a go, I think. If I don't like it, Ryan's got something prepped.
Yes, I've
Do you know what I
already prepped the quest too.
If I do like it, then we'll crack on.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
right.
Like if we start recording and I go, this is bullshit. Like I can't.
I don't want to do this.
Then you'll never know it happened,
yeah.
and we'll just have quest
It
2.
will be on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Bonus
Really
episode.
awkward. You went to the woods.
Just to be clear, I don't read cards.
I'll have cards. I'll have old like game show style cards. With,
Yeah, yeah.
Like Bromantic on the back.
It's actually me just doing it.
Yeah. You went to the woods and you go to.
You saw a sparrow.
For some reason, you're always in the woods.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any other setting.
I know where this quest is going.
The evil wizard. Do you know where he is? The woods. Correct. Shortest quest.
And we've done it all in one episode. We're done. What should we call it? The woods.
The forest.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll throw them off.
Yeah. So I don't know how it will go. I don't know. I've never done anything like it before. So it'll either be a great success and we'll all love it and it'll be better than Ryan's, or Ryan will do the quest too. And I'll leave it to you to think which one.
Yeah. How's that going to go? Ryan, are you looking forward to being a player, or do you think it will be hard to relinquish the godhood of being the DM? Yes. I think it'll be hard to not be a DM.
Do you?
Yes. I think I will enjoy a few episodes of being a player. I know I want to be a DM.
Yeah.
I'll be listening and I'll be going, well, I wouldn't have done that.
No pressure.
Yeah. You'll be like,
I'm
all
just
right.
going to be judging everything you do. So.
Yeah, I literally will be like, I could have. You should have done this for the plot.
I'll be like, just wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. No, I knew that was going to happen. So.
Right, well, looks like I'm not running.
No,
it now.
I'm just kidding. But
Wait for the next game, though. The judgmental version.
that's not serious. But I do think I will find it difficult.
Not being a DM.
Yeah, not controlling it.
That's fair.
I think as well because I've got another story ready.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be upsetting as well. But
We could run it concurrently.
goodness me, we could, couldn't we? Just telling each other stories of what's happening. And now a story to both. Watching the quest reignited my own fount of creativity and helped me get back to writing, which I cannot thank you guys enough for. What is the one thing that you have learned about yourself over the course of playing out this story? How has the quest impacted you?
Not in my real life.
In any way you want to say. I've lost a lot of sleep.
Yeah, I mean, it's not affected my real life, I would say.
I would say it has probably in the same way it has me.
What?
I've never played anything like this before.
No, 100%. That's I was going to say that it's the first time I've ever done anything like this, and I'm enjoying it.
Yes.
Like I thoroughly enjoy it. But yeah, I don't think it's affected my mainstream life.
It's definitely affected my creative flair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think a lot more about the quest just in my normal day to day,
yeah.
and it makes me sort of more imaginative of stories and stuff like that. And I think that shows as the quest goes on.
Yeah.
I think it starts off fairly tame, and it builds into what is this quite nice
A
story.
miraculous story.
Yes, with magic and whatnot.
I'm just there for the ride.
Yes. I am actually sitting here getting a little emotional as I write this, because I think of the weeks and months that I sat here unable to string together a sentence in my novel until I came across you guys on TikTok and started watching you on YouTube. If you ever doubt that what you do impacts anyone, I will always be here to remind you that what you inspired in me is immeasurable. I was on the brink of quitting writing altogether, taking a step back and just watching your creativity and living in the joy that you guys bring sparked a newfound love for my own creative space. Thank you both for the joy you bring. I wish for your continued growth and success. I am Team Bromantic all day. Love you guys. Plot.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, crikey.
Really nice. And I'm very glad that it sparked that in you and brought you back. You're such a nice human being.
Yeah, massively so, yeah.
That I think, and the stuff you create, and all of the artwork and stuff that you put into the Discord and the bits and pieces you create, we absolutely love.
Yeah, we do, yeah.
So I'm really happy that it's inspired you to do more, because I think that would be a wasted talent. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I know we're better off for seeing a lot of the art that you post and
100%.
the stories you tell.
Yeah.
And Elijah would not be the same without the Bromantic Quest. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, I just want to say as well that I always find interesting, and I know we've discussed it before, but we went into this not expecting to inspire, help. Or,
I mean, if you had said to me when we started sitting on two sofas chatting crap,
yeah.
you'd be like, you'd be inspiring people. No.
We just wanted to give people a cheap laugh.
Yeah, 100%.
That is what we wanted to
We want to
do.
give ourselves a cheap laugh.
Yeah, as well as anything. Yeah, we just wanted to hang out.
Yeah.
This is how we decided.
And we
to
found
do
a
it.
camera in the back room. So
Yeah,
what was it doing in the background? It was next to that mattress. And
yeah. The dirty sheets. Anyway, but plot. We're happy, more than happy. We're delighted to have you along for the ride,
100%.
and we hope you're delighted to be here. So,
Oh, yes. Smooth transition.
you know what? Actually, I think you've been a bit of
Smooth
an
transition.
arsehole this
You think I've been
this
an
podcast.
arsehole?
Yeah.
Well, you should hear about some stories I've got about other arseholes.
Tell me some stories.
Am I the anus hole?
Oh.
For being truthful and admitting that I find my wife unattractive after her surgery. Now hold that thought, because that's where I went to. However,
Let's hear it.
I think you may change your mind. My wife had plastic surgery recently, We had discussed it and I was against it. It was not my decision and ultimately I had no say. She looks weird now. She had the fat sucked out of her face, lip fillers, a neck lift and other stuff I don't really get. She gives me uncanny valley vibes now. It freaks me out. She's fully healed now and she wants us to go back to normal, like me initiating sex. I have done so, but not as much as I used to. And when I do try, I make sure there is very little light.
Oh, wow.
It's been a few months and I kind of dread having to look at her. Obviously, she has noticed. She has been bugging me to tell her what's up, and I've tried telling her I'm just tired from work, or that I'm run down, or really anything except for the truth. She broke down and asked me if I was having an affair, and I said that I wasn't. She asked to look at my phone. I unlocked it for her and handed it over. I wasn't worried about her finding anything because there's nothing for her to find. She spent an hour looking through it and found nothing. She asked me to explain why I changed. I tried explaining that I just wasn't that interested right now, and nothing I said was good enough for her. She kept digging. I finally told the truth. I wasn't harsh or brutally honest. I just told her that her new face wasn't something I found attractive and that I was turned off. She asked if that's why I turn off all the lights now. I said yes. She started crying and said that she needed time alone and went to stay with her sister. I've been called every name in the book since this happened. Her sister said I'm a piece of shit for insulting my wife's looks. Her friends all think I'm the arsehole. I tried not to say anything, and I can't force myself to find her attractive. I still love her, but her face is just weird now. She looks like the blue alien from The Fifth Element. Am I the arsehole? I don't think he is.
I don't think he is. You can't help it.
No.
That's not something you can
And
help.
the worst thing is, the wife has... This is going to sound so bad, but the wife has brought this on herself.
I mean, she is.
Like, she discussed with him, and I get the whole, her body, like,
Yeah, her
it's up
choice.
to her, which is absolutely fine, and he's agreed with that.
Yeah.
Ultimately, it's her choice, it's not his body, so... But she can't then expect him to find her attractive when he's blatantly said to her he doesn't want her to get it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I don't. It's a bit of a brutal one, though, isn't it? That's
And it's just such a difficult... Because part of you wants to kind of go, well, why don't you break up with her then? But he loves her.
Yeah, I know, yeah. It's not...
It's not all a looks-based thing, but...
It's his wife.
Yeah, you can't help that he just doesn't find her attractive anymore because she's decided to...
I don't know why she went in so much on the
Yeah.
word go. She's like, I'm having all this work done to the point where he doesn't find her attractive.
Like, in my head, I've got kind of... Who's that famous woman that's had loads of plastic surgery done?
There's the one that I always think of is Sylvester Stallone's mum.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that the
I think that's the one.
Pete Burns? Is that another one? That's the
Pete
man
Burns,
that's
yeah,
had
yeah.
loads done. Madonna now.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
No, she's a fashion lady. Versace.
Versace.
Yeah. Yeah, Donatella Versace. That's where my mind goes with that kind of thing. And I'm like, oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, the problem is plastic surgery will very much, the amount that it sounds like she's had will very much make you look a certain way. Let's just face it. A lot of people don't find that way attractive.
Personally, I don't.
No, me neither.
I don't find the plastic surgery look attractive at all.
No. So I can't say he's an arsehole for that because I know I'd probably be like, oh, for God's sake, I don't find this. And he's put himself in a very, well, not he's put himself, but he's now in a very difficult situation. I don't think, and I know this often seems to be the thing on here, I hate when people are getting a load of stick from like friends and family.
Yeah.
I hate that.
My issue is, I feel like a lot of these that we read, even though I pick them, a lot of these that we read are people who've been put in a position where they have to be an arsehole. Because he's going to want no-win situation.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You either suck it up and pretend and then just be miserable. And
I mean, he is sucking up
repulsed,
pretending just with the lights a bit lower.
Yeah.
So,
and just be repulsed. Or you tell the truth and then you're an arsehole.
Yeah.
You're almost being forced to be an arsehole.
yeah, you are right. That
And
whole being forced into something.
it's becoming so common now where women who are really attractive are getting work done. And I don't understand why.
No,
I don't get it.
I had no idea what that sentence was going to be either, and I was quite worried.
Why?
I just when you started it, I was like, "What's he going to say?"
Yeah, like, who's the... what's the girl? Have you ever watched The Boys? The superhero show.
No. Oh, I have heard about this woman though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was stunning. Like, stunning. And she had a load of work done. I don't understand why. I don't get it.
I mean, even like what's her name, Monica Geller, what's her, Courtney Cox. She's had a load of work done.
Really?
And it ruins that like soft look that she had.
It's just
Yeah,
like the natural look is just so much.
it really is. Yeah.
It just makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. But if you're out there getting work done, good for you. Hope you're happy with
To
yourself.
you.
Yeah.
You won't be getting in these panties.
Well,
Next week's email.
yeah.
I've actually had some work done. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, for the love of.
Am I the arsehole for not wanting to be second choice and leaving my girlfriend? I, 25 male, and my girlfriend, 26 female, were together for about a year. I decided to break up with her after learning some uncomfortable things about her before the time we were exclusive. We had a long flirt and talking phase for about 3 months. We went on several dates and mostly texted online. In the last month of that phase, she seemed distant and dodged the questions from my side about the relationship. I told her we are 3 months into talking phase, been on dates, and we should decide whether we want to go forward. She always dodged these kind of questions, and after being distant for a while, she returned to her old self and told me we should be exclusive, and I agreed. Last week I came to learn what she had been doing back then during that distant period from one of her friends. Apparently she was talking to another guy and pushing to get him. The guy hooked up with her and then ghosted her. I think that explains why she was distant and came back randomly. Call me insecure all you want. Maybe I am, but it feels wrong to me. I was the second choice according to this story. Was I no different than a spare part? I talked to her about it and consulted with my friends. She and my girlfriends told me she hooked up and talked to other guy, but chose you in the end. You're the prize and you should be happy. Women tend to choose the best one among the opportunities they have, and you are the best. I cannot even comprehend that logic. I decided to break up in the end, and people tell me that I did wrong. Am I the arsehole?
No.
Not at all. And I don't even know how you get to that
Twisted.
conclusion. Do you know what I mean? That, oh, you're the prize she didn't pick you. Like, you didn't pick. You got rejected and went for him.
Yeah.
It's not a case of she picked you.
I don't get that at all. I hate stuff like that because that's kind of manipulation itself,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
No, stay with her. She chose you.
Yeah, but his female friends are saying that as well.
Oh, that's stupid. Even though it was a female friend that told him the story. It's ridiculous. I think there's a lot. I hear a lot of things similar to that, not quite as thingy as that, but I always think like, just if you're gonna go into a relationship, if the beginning is wrong, in my opinion, you just got to call it a day.
Game over, yeah.
Yeah, you either just fucking forget it.
It's your foundation, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's your foundation of your relationship. If you fuck that up, Jesus.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And the thing is, it's not like that's an unsalvageable situation. Like, they weren't exclusive. They both knew they weren't exclusive.
Yeah.
Like, if she'd been honest and been like, look, I have been talking to another guy, but, you know, things aren't really working out with him, so I'm happy to, you know, if we're exclusive, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, then that would have solved all of that issue.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Yeah, because you are right. That's not. The more you think about it, you're right. It's not unsalvageable at all. But you're not an arsehole for it, though.
No. I mean, I put him in the right.
Yeah.
I put him absolutely in the right because he was a second choice in that scenario. It's horrible to say, but he was her second choice. If the other guy had got with her, she'd have fucked him off.
Some people won't mind that, though. Do you know what I mean? Some people will be like, well, we weren't exclusive, blah, blah, blah. Some people won't care.
Yeah, but there's not caring, but then there's being the second choice. Yeah. Like, it's not a case that it's not like she was seeing two guys and then it just happened to be that one fell off and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The fact is that she tried to get with the other guy. Yeah. He slept with her, said no, and then she was like, oh, okay, well, I'll come back to you then. Like, she was already starting the process of ghosting him and getting rid of him. That was already in the books. Yeah.
And like I said, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just think some people, they're like, well, oh well. Lucky me. Do you know what I mean? If he's in a good, happy relationship with her,
yeah,
and then he might be like, well, then I'm glad that guy ghosted her.
I don't know. I couldn't think like that.
No, I couldn't either.
I would be in the same position as him.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, looks
Right.
like I'm the second fiddle.
Yeah, so probably going to find someone who actually would like to have me as first choice. But
Build strong foundation.
yeah. Oh, well, I just want people to know that when we answer these questions, it's kind of gender irrelevant. I think if this were the other way around, it was male and female,
Yeah.
we'd still be saying the exact same thing. I just think sometimes it sounds like we're supporting the men.
We just add a "you go girl."
Yeah. What a boss bitch. And then
And we've come full circle.
That's it. That's it.
Thank you very much for watching.
We love you.
If you have loved every minute of this like we have, think about tapping that subscribe button. Tell at least 4 friends all about this. Show them this segment of the podcast. Watch us! That's all. We love you.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye!
I don't know why you want